What's going on? Happy Friday. Spring break is coming to an end. It is the last weekend, but it's a busy one. We got all that fun stuff. I don't know, in Texas, there's rodeo stuff that's wrapping up and all that good old St. Patty's Day for Sunday. It's going to be a busy ass weekend, that's for sure. Anyway, who cares about that? Let's talk about some charts and price action. This is No Noise. I am Z Rex. It is the 15th of March at about just past 11 in the AM. Let's see. I missed y'all on Wednesday. Sorry, was out at the beach with the fam, the kiddo, and the Texas coast. Pretty cool. Tried to catch some blue waves, but we missed it. Unfortunately, they do they call them bioluminescent waves, some plankton or algae or something. Look it up, man. It's crazy. It looks so wild. We missed it by a day though. Oh well. Again, y'all don't give a shit about that. Let's talk about price action. Anything standing out? Oh shit, everything's red. Oh my gosh. It's over. The rally's done. Damn, BSV getting slapped. That is not surprising at all. I mean, we've been straight the F up for a hot minute. And also, if y'all follow the show and kind of about what's the term I'm looking for? Kind of the way I like to read charts is there was a good warning, and I didn't get to put it out because we were at the coast. Or no, actually, we did talk about it on Monday, I think. Anyway, maybe we did, maybe we did. A big kind of clue that we were getting a little exhausted was that the Momo on DMI positive ended up breaking below 26 right up over here. So that was kind of giving us our first little clue that maybe we need to take a little liquidation break. And, we didn't touch the 21 daily EMA for like a really long time. I mean, how many days is this? About 40 days roughly. So, hey, this is good. We need some kind of liquidation break to tap that. Now, it did breach it. That is interesting. Generally, in real strong uptrends, you won't get too much of a breach. Let's ratchet down here a little bit. There's another clue too on the 458. Or if you don't have custom time frames, you can just use the. You can use the. Oh, that's new. They let you click on here to change them. Man, TradingView just keeps updating stuff. Good for them, man. Anyway, We also got a little clue here. We had two open and closes below the 21 on the 458 or the 8 hour, if you will. And we hadn't had that in this whole run all the way since 22,000. Oh, 2200. Sorry. 2200 all the way back in early Feb. So that's the first time we had that. Previous to that instance was back over here before we had a nice little dump fest of about, 15%. Chop fest 3,000. Anyway, y'all get the point. That was just also giving us another little warning sign that, maybe we're taking a little bit of a breather here. Let's jump out to the weekly real quick. Shut up, phone. Let's see where this at. Is this at a 786? It looks like it's between that and the 886. Oh, right at it. Look at that. Right at an interesting place to reject itself. Yeah, this is about where the expected resistance would be. Very nice. So all we got to do for the bulls is stay above 3,500. Everyone's like, since the volatility is so high, everybody gets real giddy about any kind of sell-off, and the emotions are running high. I can see it in lots of chat groups I'm in. It's pretty funny. Anyway, we're in buy the dip mode, though, until, structure gets broken and ultimately the weekly 21 EMA gets breached. Now, we are very far away from that. Let's see. We are about 27% away. Let's see what this one was. That looks about that's 42%. This one looks super far. 50 and about 40. So, and I guess if we take the top part of this, it was about 36. So kind of up in that upper echelon part of it, but doesn't mean that the rally is over. Definitely not. As long as we're above about 3,500, it does look very good. And if we ratchet down to some structure action. This candle is actually very important. We discussed that last week. This Tuesday candle, definitely important. And so far, the bulls are defending the body of that candle. So that's a good sign for now. Bulls would look real strong if they could close back above like in the 37.50 and up area. Let's go back over to Mama Bear. Actually, hold on. Let's go to total real quick. Yeah, finding support in that candle too. Let's go over to Bitcoin, Mama Bear. Also finding some support in the middle of that candle and still above the 21 EMA. So that actually still looks pretty dandy and just barely at 26 on the DMI. So this is just a nice little healthy bullish dump, if you will. It's all good. Don't get scared by these little moves. This is nothing. This is literally nothing. I know a lot of, like I said, the emotions are high. Like, oh shit. I mean, and like we talked about too in the last couple weeks, rotating between, Bitcoin and shit coins is definitely a decent strategy, as Bitcoin will not fall as much percentage wise. It'll be a little bit more stable. Maybe it's like a 2-3 to 1, depending on the coin you pick, something like that. Or just sit on your hands and just watch as you become a billionaire. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, right. That's probably not going to happen now, by the way. Crypto's a little bit too mature. Yeah, there's some shit coins that are pretty serious, but the volume and depth of liquidity on there, it isn't really that great. Anyway, I digress. Let's just keep going. Looks very good above this trend line. I got no problems as long as we're definitely above last Tuesday's bearish attempt. That's a real easy kind of cheat code for structure right now, outside of like the 21 EMA for the weekly. Let's go to GBTC. GBTC is just chilling. It's actually staying on top of the body, which is about $60. That's pretty bullish. If we could just kind of keep doing that and building the chart up, not too shabby. We already kind of did Ethereum, so we're going to keep moving on to Charlie. Oh, look at that. Right up to the freaking 105 and immediate rejection. Oh, what? It's like these horizontals mean something in all these boxes. Yep. One more again. That's okay, though. Look where we're stopping. 21 and structure. Still got lots of support as long as we stay above the mid-80s. Oh, man. ETC, wow, I did not notice this on ETC before. It actually had been below 26 way over here. Looking a little bit frothy and stally. But, hey, we got a little tap over here to previous structure. We are below that Tuesday low, though. You can see the bears are actually trying to take over the momentum right now as well, on the daily anyway. Yeah, I mean, as long as this one's got a little bit of range on it to play around with, and as long as it's above about 30-ish bucks, it does look very good. Now you're asking yourself, probably, is this the buy the dip opportunity before continuation? And you could definitely argue that it is. When you're above and bullish posturing like we are above the 21 weekly EMA, etc., all that fun stuff, it is safe to just be a buy the effing dip. That's for sure. And this has got mega support at like 60 cents on XR to the P, garlic bread, man. Let's see here. XLM backing off a little bit. Well, maybe if I can click it. Kind of the same thing, got up into his box. But look at this beautiful chrono cross right here. As long as we stay above like low 13s, looks great. Tron was the one kind of giving us a sign too. It was not continuing its rally as everything kind of caught up with it. It already did it in late February. And you can see now, as it just got to the top of our target, rolled over a little bit. Interesting, as it was showing relative strength and it was kind of not leading the market per se, but I mean, maybe kind of in a way. Interesting. But anyway, above 12 cents looks still fine on this. Definitely bears trying to get some Momo going, though, as they battle it out in the neutral zone. Dot getting slapped, but hey, looks good above this trend line at about 950. I mean, so again, buying the dip is definitely warranted in this environment for sure. Until we see kind of major structure breaches, then it's all good in the hood. Nice trend line right there. Link, same thing. It's fine. Everything's kind of testing the 21, mostly a little bit deeper on Link at the 55, but Link has been doing some pretty serious performance here. A lot of support at about 18. So now on the Link chart specifically, though, if we started getting body closes even below this like 1880 area, not too great. EOS is Dan finally has given up some of his tendies above like mid 90s though. It looks all right. Let's see. BCH is still above its horizontal at 400-ish. Is this making an H pattern right here? It definitely looks like it for sure. Nice little H pattern at the top. Back above 450, man. This thing probably gets its legs back. And next target is all the way up at 760. So again, we can't just go straight up all the time, like we talked about in the last couple of weeks. We gotta have a sine wave looking up, down, at least some sideways in there, stuff like that. So BSV taking it on the chin hard, down 11% yesterday, down 15% today, off its highs about 30 something percent. So, but hey, it did make a higher high and potentially is putting in a higher low right here. So above, the lower 80s is perfectly fine. The bears are they are attempting to get into the power zone, but we'll see how this daily closes. If it does close kind of like this, but chopping both these EMAs, I usually don't like to see that. We could see a little bit more dippity doodah. And there is ultimate support in the mid 70s, but definitely getting a little heavy. A lot of volume on that selling candle too. Yeah, okay. So maybe we have to take this down like mid 80s on like a daily, but really the macro is like the mid 70s. Oh, one thing real quick I forgot to look at was the pie chart. I wanted to check that out real fast. Oh, dang, we broke above it and now we're losing that Momo. Uh-oh, what the heck? What are you doing, Mama Bear? Let's see what this looks like up here on the top. Okay, nothing to add on to that except losing this momentum generally in the big, big rallies of Bitcoin. Once you get above this green moving average here off of the pi cycle, it usually starts to run pretty hard. So getting a little tested. Bears are like, hey, hold on now. Let's make sure this is legit. All right, back over to where are we at? We did BSV, right? Okay, XMR, man, what the shit, bro? XMR is just like bitch mode, kind of. I mean, it's a little disappointing that it's not it's not able to get over that 158, 160 area. Now, is it kind of flagging out right here? Yeah, a little bit. And above about mid 130s, it does look okay. But a little surprising. I mean, look, it's not even over the 21 EMA on the weekly. So, it sucks, but you got to call it how it is, calling a spade. And really this, if it wasn't for Mama Bear and all like general bullishness in the sector, if you were looking at this individually, this is bearish below 160 pretty much. So kind of shitty for Monero there. What the hell? Zcash dumping a little bit, all the way down to 29. Nice reaction so far. So what we really want to see right now in these dumps for a lot of the liquidation breaks for the bulls is we want to see these candles get bid up pretty quick, like usually intra-week. Definitely better the shorter time it is, but definitely intra-week we want to see those get bid back up and be back above body structure looking left, which in this instance would be about like $32, something like that, low 30s. We don't want to start getting comfy below EMAs, below structure with bodies. That's where it starts to get a little bit concerning. That we're not there yet, but just kind of food for thought what to like look for here in the future, depending on how these candles print. Dash, look at this. Nice. This is actually a really good entry position for Dash, especially if you hadn't got in yet or whatever. This is actually super sexy, low management or low risk, easy management is what I meant to say. And pretty much about 35-ish would be like the stop. I guess no one cares about Elon wanting to buy Teslas with Dogecoin or something. Everyone's like, yeah, right, that's cute. You'll never do it. You've been saying that for years and years and years and ain't doing shit. So the market's kind of calling them out on that, saying, nah, you being a bitch. Now, this still does look really good above about, 14, 15 cents if we zoom out on the weekly frame as well. But hey, this is just building it up, man. If you look at the weekly and Doge for the pumps, it goes sideways for a while sometimes. Like, look at this, pumps real hard, does 100%, goes sideways for a few weeks, pumps really hard, goes sideways for a couple of months, pumps really hard, goes sideways for 6 months. So it's all good. It's just one couple candles, few candles. It's just started, sort of. We haven't had any signs that this is over with by any means. Still sticking to the narrative, though, that I've laid out before about the halving being a sell the news event. I would not be surprised to see this kind of liquidation break maybe this weekend, and then next week have follow through. There is the Fed meeting next week, so that's probably what some of this is on the backs of. And also, look what happened too with the VIX doing its little thing, keeps building this chart, man. Look, it did it again. This is getting respected for like over a month now. This is very interesting. We've been watching this for the last 10 videos or so. And another one that's interesting too is look what happened. TNX literally yesterday pops up over 420 and instantly wrecks a lot of like Russell was down pretty big yesterday. It's kind of taken the sales out of NASDAQ. We'll get to all those here in detail in a second, but just wanted to touch on that man, that 420 level is no joke. And with oil also, that's probably the biggest concern right now for continuation for bulls across the board, obviously except for oil. But for pretty much everything, inflation will go bananas if oil keeps breaking out, and 82 is that major resistance there. We get above 82, man. TNX could keep flying. We could go to 5-6% on that. And if that were to happen, man, if we start testing up here again and the feds are like, oh, we're going to hike one more again this year instead of cutting, that would probably likely send ripples and temper tantrums into the market. And that would not be good for crypto either. So we don't really want to see that, but it's kind of happening. So we don't get to decide that. STX kind of going sideways. Same MO, pretty much every chart. We're testing the 21 and getting close to the daily 55. But for the most part, we're still well above the 21 weeklies. So all good. TrueFi's kind of exact same thing. Just watching structure in these short-term EMAs, easy peasy. One thing that is different about this week, though, is look, XRD finally came to fruition. I guess this was this is thinly traded. It says 5 million are traded with a market cap of 600 million. I highly doubt that that's accurate. But especially, it's like pretty much no one even knows what Radix is. Does that give it pumpability potential for super pumponomics? It had gotten up to 60 cents, but this is like the ICO kind of phase at the latter part of the bull market, or actually the bull market was already over at that point. They came late. You can see it just got crushed. Now, is this a decent spot for some profit taking? I think I am going to take a little bit off on this one. Just sat in it for so damn long since back over here in the beginning of the year. But this does look like it's starting to build a good chart. We've got bodies above all this area in November. Would like to see some get above this 6-7 area. 6-7. You know what? Let's ratchet it to you already know the top of this one, which is 6-9 almost exactly. So we need to get comfy above 69. We do that. I could see easily a test of 9 to really that kind of opens up the gates from 9 to like 15-ish. So, that's kind of a lot of room to run there. Again, though, Mama Bear's got to stay bid. So as long as Mama Bear ain't getting too crazy, we don't really want Mama Bear to start camping below 69,000 either for like many days in a row. That would kind of be a first sign of some weakness there too. I know it's just now today below it, so that we don't have to worry about today. It's not even closed yet, so calm down. Everybody's just get so freaky right now. They're like, oh, God, I'm selling. No one cares when it pumps freaking 30, 40, 50% in like a week, but God forbid it goes down 9%. Holy shit. Nice pumpage, though. As long as it stays above mid-5s, it looks good. V-Chain, nice, above 4 cents, kind of the same MO of every other chart right now. Kind of struggling around the 200 weekly. And, oh, hold on. 21 is still pretty far away. So, I mean, we can still get a little selling pressure here and be bullish, especially in high time frames. And if that were to happen and sell off more, then the next couple weeks will be very important to how the dailies build up against this structure over the last month-ish or so. So there you go with that. Atom looks still fine. Same shit, different day. Testing the 21s and earlier, late last year structure. All good. Osmos just garbage mode. What the hell, man? Kind of surprising that this didn't pump at all. It hasn't pumped this whole year. It's literally been flat this entire year. That's very surprising to me. I was looking for this to hit like 190, 220, but once Bitcoin broke like 69,000, it puts a little ripple effect into shitcoin land, and you can see now we are barely holding on here. If this one starts breaking 142, I mean, we could test all the way down to $1 on this one. So, kind of surprising that it didn't get no shit going. I mean, what is this? What is this garbage? Yeah, a lot of support at a buck. And really, there actually is a good support at about 122 where this cross is. So 120 and then $1 on that one. Pump Fest 3000 actually did really good. Still looks uber sexy. I'd say above about 330, something like that. I mean, this is higher highs. We're getting a weekly, a potential open and close above all this range, a big girthy one, even above a Fibonacci target from this consolidation that did not get hit and ended up breaking down. But yeah, it looks very good above 330. And especially if it can stay above this fib extension, which is a little bit higher at like 350, which you can see actually the bulls defended valiantly today already. So right at the dot, actually at 350. Nice. Matic. Ooh, no, don't gap down. Well, fill the gap here this weekend. Still riding this trend line. It's doing the same shit as most other coins. It's fine. It's fine for now. All right, ES. What is ES doing? Couldn't get over this 5250 area, rolling over a little bit, but I mean, it's kind of just grinding up and to the right. I mean, this is very methodical. There's nothing wrong with this chart. I mean, how's this weekly shaping up? Yeah, I mean, whatever. Couple weeks. I mean, this is mega resistance here at 5250 because beyond that, it's like the targets. I mean, we start getting into stupid blue sky bulltard mode. I mean, it's 555, 6K. I mean, who knows where it's going to go after that? It could get super sexy time. Anyway, pretty extended though from the 21. So little liquidation breaks would not be bad from these zones, kind of across the board. NASDAQ. Oh yeah, I didn't like that TNX spike. You can see here too, last Friday, putting in kind of a funky little candle there. Can't get over it this week. Now we're back to the other side of range, testing it. And so we've got a little support at about 17.9. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, weekly doji right up underneath this horizontal. Not that surprising. And we're getting also weekly support with 17.9 area too. So good confluence on that. The Dow's fine, up and to the right. I mean, Momo is actually trying to pick up a little bit on the DMI, but kind of just boring. I mean, it's up and to the right, but very, very slowly. I mean, look at this. What percent is this? 2.5% since pretty much the whole year. Whatever. And it does have bearish divergence on the DMI the RSI throughout this whole pump, all the way back to Christmas time. So, it's not great, but one thing doesn't mean you can't just use RSI and that's it. If it was that easy, we'd all be millionaires. Oh, weekly doji, good support at like that low or mid 20, like 2050, 2040 or so. And again, kind of just like crypto, testing these 21 EMAs horizontal. I mean, is this a good buy spot right here? Probably. I mean, as long as it's holding that 2050, maybe stretch it down to like 2045, like 10, 20 point risk right here. Yeah, that's not bad at all, especially for the upside of this is probably, 40 to new highs. Or not, I'm sorry, not new all-time highs, but new structure highs. The trannies, what are they doing? Oh, hold on. The trannies are almost breaking down in this little funky triangle sideways shit. And there is bearish Momo on this too. So that's a little interesting. That would be concerning if this lost like 15-3 on the backs too of VIX breaking out. And also oil, man. This oil move this week is kind of, I think, what's putting a little bit of headwinds in the market in general across the board. Because as we spoke many times this last month or so, that if oil breaks out, man, it's going to really throw a monkey wrench in the whole inflation numbers and all that fun stuff. I mean, and prices have already gone up a lot this year too. Again, oh, I'm sorry, the government said they're down. I'm joking. Y'all don't buy stuff at the store. Y'all don't know. All right, Dax. Whoa, Dax is saying suck it. Is this gapping and going? Holy shit. I mean, that's uber bullish. This closes like that in 4 hours. I mean, there's no other way of slicing that. That's a little surprising given what the U.S. market's doing right now. Damn. All right. Well, Germany's saying, let's go, baby. What is the target on this? Probably 20K. Have to use some kind of, let's see. Yeah, because there's not even enough area here to really do anything. So about pretty much the whole number is 19, 20. That's about it, because this was such a tight ass range right here. All right, back to this VIX point, man. Still filling it out. This is just such an interesting, man. Very, very interesting. And we are 92 now on VVIX. I mean, this is definitely signaling caution ahead for sure. Most definitely. Now we're actually even getting the futures to pick up too in the last couple of days. Interesting. Almost getting above $16. $16 flat right now. Is that the high for today? Yeah, it is. As I say it, 16 flat. Wow. All right. Watch out. All right. Oil, man. This is the one. This is the chart. This chart right here is very concerning for the bulls. Not for, obviously, if you're oil bull, it's very good. But for traditional markets and crypto too, this is not the best chart. You do not really want to see oil break out. This will start really screwing with inflation and getting over 82.50, man. Damn. And it's going to take a little while. One candle doesn't make a trend. We do have an open and close above all this range, so we are starting to build a new trend. And maybe next week, by the end of the week, we could see if this has resolution. And really, we will probably get it by the end of the month as this triangle just squeezes up into that 82.50 level. Nat gas being a bitch. Oh man, terrible. Really, I don't even really care about this until it's back above 180 or we have different structure than that. That's not good. We already kind of did TNX above 420 is uber bullish, and look at this chrono cross right here. Damn, and now, oh man, that's super. It's not quite chrono cross. Maybe after today it will be. But this is pretty interesting that we're building mega support at Chrono Cross, potentially for sure on Monday's close, as long as we stay above like 420. That it's on 420. I mean, look at all these EMAs; they're literally within a couple of pennies of 420. So, man, really solidifying that area. Funny enough, too, that it's 420. What else would it be? Gold backing off just a little bit too. With TNX, if rates and shit are going to keep going up, and this is going to kind of hurt gold, but until we see that happen or see some price action tell us something different, whatever, let's not overthink it. And above about 2100 still looks very good on gold. Silver, oh wow, silver's 25. I missed this. Like I said, I've been chilling on the coast this whole week, so I kind of didn't even look at charts like at all. Man, so nice move on silver. Very beautiful. You need to get the bag in the white car.
Yeah.
We'll go get it.
Yeah, but I need I need a door so I can get in.
Okay.
Because it might be locked.
Okay, well, I'm almost done and then I'll help you, okay? Oh man, beautiful silver run. Sorry, my son was asking me something. Man, major support at like 23 handle now. I mean, this is a pretty actually sexy looking chart here. Man, what's up? What's up? Platinum. Oh man, it's trying to get over 950. Like, very nice. And look, we're hovering over the 200 daily and this trend line. This is shaping up pretty well. I like that. Very nice on palladium too. Back over that 1000 level, started running. Beautiful head and inverted head and shoulders right here too. Looks like that's probably already been met though. Let's see. I didn't take that quite deep enough. But yeah, so that's already kind of been played out, but nonetheless, very nice above 1,000. And just like Bitcoin, though, this is the concerning part with the miners. They're not doing anything. They're not at highs. I mean, gold is literally at all-time highs, and GDX is not even over mega resistance of 32. So I don't know. That's kind of weird, and I don't know. That's odd to me. That's not a great sign for sustainability on gold's run up, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. Let's go over here. Speaking of miners, oh, nice pumping. Keeping it up here. Let's go to weekly. Above, 1400 looks fine. Let's go look at some of these. Coin and stuff are staying bid today. Yeah, nothing's really taking it on the chin miner wise. Interesting. Oh, cores, dude. What the hell? Ouch. Ouch. Oh, they only missed by 3,500%. Okay. Yeah, they made a little bit more revenue though than they thought they were going to. I mean, Bitcoin's up really high, so it's not too surprising. Oh wow, dude. This is surprising chart though. The miners again, just like gold miners, precious metals miners. Like, why? What the hell? What's going on? Like, why are they not pumping? They should be participating in this, man. Back's trying to come back after that nasty. I mean, it's just been, I guess, earnings is going to save it, which are Wednesday. Oh, on the morning of Fed Day. Yay. Is Core's a buy right here? I'm kind of thinking that it might be. I'm going to go look at some options. I wonder if Core's has options. I might sell some $3 puts or something on this biatch. Oh, that chart doesn't mean anything. I don't even know. This is XY Labs. It's pretty much what the hell ever. Who cares? Yeah, and again, just like miners, dude, they're not pumping. They are not pumping, y'all. It is very weird. Like, I just don't understand if Bitcoin's so bullish, none of them are pumping. The only ones that are pumping are Coinbase, ETF custodians, and Mara. That's probably like the one that did the best. And MicroStrategy isn't a mining company. They just buy a shit ton of Bitcoin and pump it. So I don't know. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Definitely a little bit concerning. So maybe if Mama Bear breaks back out, these will be really good buys right here. Because, I mean, to be fair, it's like less than 10% risk pretty much for, shit, what is that? Like a double? Oh, yeah. That's almost a double up there. 65. Yeah, so you could do like 5 to 7 to 1s on that. Interesting. Okay. Let's go sector majors. Yeah, oil. Nothing standing out really there. Let's go to the top traded. Let's look at NVIDIA. Is it topping out? Yeah, NVIDIA kind of looks like it's done here. RSI is starting to look kind of weak. DMI is not yet, but we do have the bears trying to creep up out of the forgotten zone. They get back up into the neutral zone. That's probably going to coincide with losing 830. Then we can probably look for a gap fill down here. But this is pretty damn frothy, man. And this candle right here, like we said earlier in the week on Monday, this is a topping type candle. So, and maybe topping might be a little too heavy. I mean, it is at the top, but it's a ranging topping type candle. So as long as we're below this now, that's kind of, it's putting a little lid on the rally. That's for sure. Now we're even losing the momentum of breaking up over this trend line. So Yeah, take that for what it's worth. All right, Mama Bear, don't you be a bitch. Snap back hard right here and close above this Tuesday candle, and that would actually look very sexy. If that were to happen, I would look for this, especially 69,000. If this were to close today, at the end of the day, above 69,000, I would probably look for this to do continuation, and then 80 would be our next target on that. So maybe using today as nibbling on some dips, maybe looking for some shit coins that you wanted to buy. Some of the outliers of today was XRD. Also, oil is a big one. We need to watch that. If that starts getting over 82, I'd start to be concerned overall with bullish sentiment on crypto and on the majors. And then also this VIX chart, man, is very interesting. All of them. Now even the futures are starting to look a little bit concerning for the bulls. And outside of that, I think that's it. Much love. I will see y'all Monday morning. I hope you have a great rest of your spring break weekend. Or if you're not in the States, whatever y'all do over there, holiday, as y'all like to call it, outside of America. Anyway, let's get above 69K Bitcoin on the close today, and that would look super sexy. We do not want to start building candles below 69,000. That would not be good. That would not be sexy time. All right, much love. I'll see y'all on Monday morning. This is No Noiz. I am Z Rex. Peace.